Hi everybody, Tim. Good afternoon, Football Vagabond. Where am I now? Down at one of my favourite spots, Sir James Mitchell Park. Beautiful, beautiful. So I thought I'd do a quick vlog today about some pros and cons about living here in Perth, Western Australia, and I'll just sort of give you a bit of background. So Tim, ex-professional football player, played semi-professional, coached amateur, coached the kids, coached semi-professional, coached professionally. Came here 13 years ago with Burnley Football Club, and sounded like a good idea at the time. They sounded like they were going places. The guy who set it up, who was connected to Burnley, made an absolute fortune. The value for money for the players, I would say, was probably average at best, and at worst a rip-off. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Yeah, I work there, so I should know. And that's going to be one of the topics of the conversation, is the pros and the cons. And then, so first came here in 1989, but I must say I've not been here all that time. Fortunately, I've not been here all that time. I've been around the world a few times. I've been blessed to be able to go around the world a few times. I've visited countries as far as Brazil, and I've lived in America, and I've coached in these places. Didn't coach in Brazil, but went to see my hero. For me, the greatest player of all time, Pelé. What a superstar, legend of the game. And he played the game when, for me, that was the game at its real height, when it was a real man's game, and it was like tough to play, and you needed to be super skilled and super determined and super dedicated to live through the suffering that you have to put up with. Anyway, we've all lived through suffering, and that's part of life, so we just have to get on with it. So okay, so a pro living here in WA is the weather. Absolutely sensational. It is really good. This is winter time now. Excuse me, just finishing off my cold. This is winter time, and you know, look at it. It's probably what, 19-20 degrees, sunshine, and you can walk around with your shorts on. It's really nice. So that's the pro. What else is a pro? Oh, good beaches, nice beaches, very good beaches. They used to be better, mind you. They used to be cleaner. More people though, as I said before, more people means more rubbish, more lazy-itis. People can't pick up rubbish even though there's a bin at the side of them. Anyway, that's a pro. The beach is sensational. What else is good? Well, it's good for families. Yeah, let's be honest, it's good for families. You can, it's still pretty safe living here. Far safer than living, say, in, sadly, some parts of the world where wars are going off, and there's talk of all sorts of stuff potentially on the horizon. But we're not going to go there. We'll try and keep it as positive as we can. So yeah, still relatively safe for families, bringing up a family, but that's a family, not a single guy like me. A single guy like me and single women, it can be as boring as batshit. But anyway, so pro and a con. Now, so those are pros, 3 pros, 3 cons. The football is absolutely garbage. Trust me, I've worked there. I've worked for Football West as a development officer. I've worked in the Peel region as a development officer, Peel Regional Football Council. I've worked there. I've worked these places, so I'm not just talking it. A lot of people who come on these YouTube things, they've never actually lived here. I think they just pulled up something from wherever, but that's up to them. It's their choice. It's, you know, people can turn on or off, but I've coached in these areas, and I know what it's like. So trust me. Whether you trust me or not, that's up to you. But I'm telling you the fact. The fact is, I've worked Football West. I've worked for Peel Regional Football Council, and I've worked doing coaching the coaches, upskilling the coaches, getting the coaches to a good level. So taking them from volunteers like parents, taking them to a basic qualification, and that's on behalf of Football Federation Australia. Has the standard improved in the 13 years I've been here? I would say no. I know that for a fact because I know people, I know young families who've been drawn into it. For example, one guy speaking to him last night, his son is with an NPL club, and the amount of messing around excuse me, the amount of messing around what's been going on there is unbelievable. Really, the family feel really let down by it all, and he's not on his own. Anyway, that's by the by. So excuse me, so con is the football. You get more excitement, honestly, watching two toddlers playing with a balloon than you do watching the football here. It's really going nowhere fast. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. I've said my piece now over and over. What's a con is the cost of living. Jeepers, it used to be so affordable. It really did. Nowadays, everything, but then again, around the world, it's not. Where I come from, England, it ain't any cheaper there. Let me sympathise. In actual fact, with my family who are there and friends who are there, that over there is tough as well, really tough. But here, gee, it's gone. It used to be so affordable. It was it used to be a pro, not anymore. You need a personal loan to buy, if you go into a cafe to buy an avocado or an egg sandwich, something like that, you'd need a personal loan. Jeepers. And anyway, that's that one. What's another con? Another con is, for me, the culture is absolutely, it's dire. It's dire. Again, the culture, you get more energy, more excitement at a pensioners bingo night than you do here. I mean, and this is not just in the last few years. This has been going on for years. I used to knock about with a lad, good lad. Don't hear from him now. He's moved on. He's living. He got out of the place. He's living up in Southeast Asia. Anyway, you could sometimes crack on or let on or say hello to somebody. This is 30 years ago. We'd be on the Swan River. We'd go for a jog or a walk. You could smile at people, and the amount of times people would turn the other way and think you're on drugs because you're happy, because you're actually out there doing something and you want to connect. You want to engage with people. Partly, this is my reason. This is my summary on that. Is unfortunately the Aboriginals have never been accepted as they should have in this country, and so what you've got a lot of white people haven't found a way to assimilate with the native people, and so that makes them wary. Can't trust this person, can't trust that person. And this can be your neighbour. Neighbours keep themselves hidden away in some of these big houses. Some big houses are, okay, nothing wrong with having a big house if you want a big house and you can afford it. But the thing is, isolating yourself we're already isolated enough because it's a state or a part of the world where where is everybody? Where is everybody? So as I said, culture, no culture, and that needs a big shake up. Needs to improve that. But you're only going to get that when people start talking and communicating with each other instead of being hiding away and frightened to share ideas, share thoughts. Be a community, Perth. WA, be a community. Don't be isolated. Anyway, that's enough for today. So it's Tim, Football Vagabond. Share, send a comment, and we go from there. Okay, it's only a slight touch on the football today, but just to thought I'd give you a little bit of an insight into living here. And there you go. So look after yourselves. God willing, see you next time. Tim, over and out. Thanks for watching. Bye.